What's going on, everybody? My name is Merc, and today I'm going to be bringing you my GPC Season 5 Week 4. Yeah, 4 team builder against Melon and his Exeter Chief Electivires. So, as you could probably tell from my little snippet of a video last week, last week's game was kind of a shit show. I got hacked out pretty badly from a game that I believe that I definitely would have won. Which really kind of ground my gears, and also I didn't have time, so I decided to make a 15-second video highlighting all the shit that went down in the game. And yeah, that was probably the least fun game I've ever played in Pokemon, so that was lame. But still, I am 2-1 with a +9 differential, which is the same differential as the first place team, so that's cool. And I'm still in the playoff race right now, which is top 4. I'm 4th place because there's 3 teams that are 3-0, one of which should not be 3-0, and one that should be 3-0 that's 2-1 right now. I'll let you think about that if you want. But we're going against Melon, and his team is, well, the Electivires. I believe they're 1 and 2 right now. He hasn't been doing that great. And I think it's mainly because of his team. He has Reuniclus, Crobat, Tangrowth, Mamoswine, Mega Absol, Seismitoad, Snorlax, Regirock, Emboar, and Dugtrio. So his team he doesn't have any OU Muns, and he actually did make some transfers. He dropped, I believe, Steelix, Flygon, and Heracross for Mamoswine and Regirock. So I have to deal with a Mamo, which is unfortunate because that's a traditional bulky, well, it's just a traditional spooker because that ground ice coverage is spook. So anyways, looking at his team, he's got some big threats. Obviously Mamoswine and Emboar I think are the 2 biggest offensive threats because they're just raw wall breakers that my team doesn't really appreciate that much, though I do believe that I found some ways to get around it. His bulk isn't that scary to me. Crobat can be kind of annoying. Reuniclus could also be kind of annoying. If it's a Combine Reuniclus, then that could be difficult if I lose my dedicated checks to it, but that's why I have dedicated checks to it, so that I hopefully won't lose to them. I did a fair bit of thinking about what I needed on this team, even though I haven't had a whole ton of time to prep because I'm a busy human being because of school and stuff. But yeah, Emboar and the pig thing are 2 really big threats. Crobat looks annoying. The only 2 that I really don't think he's going to bring are Tangrowth and Regirock. I've heard different opinions that he might bring Tangrowth. I haven't played the game yet, so I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't bring it. It's not great against my team, and it's kind of fodder for a lot of it, but he could bring it anyways. I'm definitely expecting Reuniclus and Crobat, and then Mamo and Emboar, and I definitely think there's a strong case for any combination Mega Absol, Seismitoad, Snorlax, and Dugtrio. He'll probably bring Snorlax too because it's his best way to check Thundurus defensively, because his team's pretty not great against Thundy's coverage, so that's really cool. And anyways, let's go ahead and show you the 6 that I'm bringing for this week. So what I've got this week is Clefable, Mega Venusaur, Lucario, Thundy T, Donphan, and Gastrodon. So first and foremost, the set that for the Clef set was the first thing I thought of building this week, and it's a really cool set. I'm rocking the lefties with Magic Guard, Calm Mind, Encore, Moonblast, and Softboiled with max HP, 240 in defense, and 16 in speed. Speed's there just to avoid speed creep, and he really doesn't have much in the way of special attackers. He has Reuniclus, which I think will probably run Psychic, but if he does, I have Calm Mind, so I can beat that. Because people usually want to run Psychic since I have a Mega Venusaur, but yeah. Clef can stomach some Psychics and Calm Mind against the thing, so that's fine. Aside from that, this thing, I don't think it's going to win the game, but it's going to be really, really nice because Encore is a fantastic move in this game because he has really big setup threats like the Snorlax and the Reuniclus. So if that's a Curse Lax or Combine Reuniclus, this is a stop to them if I can Encore them into their setup move, because I can Encore and either pull a double and gain a lot of initiative or start combining up. The reason I don't think this is going to be the greatest win condition is because he does have things like Crobat and Mamoswine and Emboar, which can all punish this thing, but Clefable is going to be very annoying, and it can take some hits, and if I deem that Clefable's not that necessary to win, then I can use it as cannon fodder for Emboar, because I don't have great switch-ins to Emboar, because Flare Blitz is very ow for my team, since it just is and stuff. But yeah, Clefable has a really nice role in that team, and I did bring a fair bit of setup this week so that Encore can be abused a lot if I may throw it out, because it's a cool move and it should be able to net me some initiative, because I like those kind of moves. Like, you didn't see it, but I brought Curse Gastrodon last week, and that was really fun, and it worked really well. So next thing I got Money Trees, Mega Venusaur coming again, because Mega Venusaur is really good, and I'm really proud of this set, and we are bringing heat this week, as you can tell already. So I've got Synthesis, Knockoff, Seed Bomb, Curse, Max HP, Max Fizz Def, Mega Venusaur, with the Impish Nature and 8 in Spadef. So once again, he really doesn't have much in the way of special attackers, and the only thing that is a big special attacker is Reuniclus, which would just murder me anyway. So I thought that Fizz Def Venusaur would be great in this, because if I set up a Curse, I wall his team hard. If he is running Psyshock Reuniclus, then I can tank it pretty well after a Curse. I'm actually not sure if he's going to bring Psychic or Clef, or Psyshock. I was actually thinking they could bring Psyshock so that he can 1v1 CM Clef. That's what I was thinking during building. It's been a little time between this and when I built, because, once again, busy person. Yeah, but Mega Venusaur is another really, really nice win condition that can take advantage of Clef's Encore, and also just does really well against his team, because his main switch into this thing is Crobat, and if Crobat doesn't have Taunt, I can set up on that thing. I can Curse up against it and just get to +6 probably, and then kill it with a knockoff or something. Like I said, it's a check to CM Psyshock Reuniclus, because it can't do half to me unless it's offensive at any point, so that's neat. Of course I can get crit and then we'll be all sad, but Curse lets me take on the Mamoswine and the Emboar very well. Of course, you could bring like special those guys, but they won't hurt Venusaur if they're special, probably, unless it's like Specs Overheat from a pig guy. But yeah, this thing is a really nice win condition. It sets up on a lot of his team, and it walls a lot of his team, especially after you get a Curse. And also I felt this was mandatory as a good switch into Mega Absol, because Mega Absol is 8-2 in the MVP, so Melon's been using it well, but this thing shits on it. +2 Zen Headbutt does not kill me, so that's cool. And yes, I'm pretty sure he's gonna have to bring Jolly Max, because I have a Sneasel that speed ties with it, and I feel like he'll probably want to speed tie with that, but he could just run Adamant. Actually, I don't think he can do that either, unless he's speed creeps, and then he's a man, but whatever. So yeah, that's Mega Venu. Venu is good and stuff, and I think it definitely has a good chance to win the game, or at least get a lot of chip damage off. Then I've got another win condition, which is UFO my Lucario, and I'm rocking Sash Lucario this week with Close Combat, Crunch, E-Speed, and Swords Dance. Shout out to Jarrett for hitting me up with this idea. Originally I had Life Orb, but then he was like, yo, Sash Lucario is really good in this match, and you don't really need the extra power. I was like, yo, you're right, man, thanks. So Sash Luke is really, really good because it serves as a sort of revenge killer as long as I can keep rocks off the field. And as you can see, I do have the elephant on my team this week, so I will be bringing hazard removal. So this thing definitely serves as a cleaner, because if I can keep my Sash intact and I'm in against the right thing, or if I can force a switch, set up an SD, set up a second SD after something like a Reuniclus's Colbur Berry is popped, which I think he could definitely be Colbur Reuniclus, then it's going to be happy fun times as Lucario rips apart his entire family and team and stuff and things. It'll be beautiful, because Close Combat Crunch hits his team really, really hard, and Extreme Speed can pick stuff off, which is neat. That's about all there is to that. I guess I should go over the spread. If you can't guess, or something. But 80 HP, max attack with the Jolly Nature, and 176 in speed. That's going to let me outrun a max speed Mamoswine, which I think he is going to run max speed Mamoswine because I do have a Mesprit, which could be running max speed, and I don't think he'd want that to be outspeeding his Mamo and stuff. Like, he could just predict me to not bring it, but I think he'll just be forced to run max. So that's at least 2 things I have to run max this week, probably, if he's being a good boy and speed creeps correctly, but I don't know. Yeah, so that's just helpful so that things don't get to have extra bulk, which I like. Also, this thing is a nice check to stuff like Memo check, Absol check, Embor check if I have my Sash intact, and I like that. And if I do have my Sash intact, I don't get trapped by Doug Trio because I can kill it in 2 hits, which is neat. So yeah, that's Luke. Luke's cool. I like Luke. I think it can do some nice work in this game. Next I got Thundy T to the 2, coming back again. I believe I brought it every week because it's just so good. I'm rocking Zap Plate with Volt Absorb and Volt Switch, T-Bolt, HP Flying, and Grass Knot with 68 HP, 252 special attack EVs with the Modest Nature this week, so I'm very excited about that, and 188 in speed. So this speed's going to let me outrun Mamo because his speed tiers aren't good. He doesn't have anything between base, I think after Mega Absol's fastest thing is the Mamoswine, which is fantastic for me because it lets me run Modest on this guy, which makes a happy me, because Modest Zap Plate Thundy T hits really hard, and also it looks like timid specs damage, which is also cool. So if he doesn't expect me to be Zap Plate, which I mean, I like my plates, he probably knows that if he does his homework, so he could suspect that, but if he doesn't know, if he thinks I'm specs and I can kill something because he thinks I'm specs, that's cool. So yeah, Modest Zap Plate, things do a lot. Thunderbolt is a straight 2-hit KO on Reuniclus if he's Fizz Def. I think he will be because it's his like best check to Lucario. I guess like Tangrowth could be, but if I'm special, then no. So that's just straight 2-hit KOs, Fizz Def, max HP kind of guy. Reuniclus, of course you could bring Assault Vest, but if he's Assault Vest, I'm not worried about it because I beat it much more easily. Then I've got Volt Switch to bluff the choice thingy, and HP Flying is really great. It hits the Tangrowth and it hits the Embor. After rocks, Embor dies. I don't think he's going to bring Tangrowth, but if he does, HP Flying does a lot because Thundy is strong. And lastly, I have Grass Knot, which is going to hit stuff like the Mamoswine and the, I don't have his team in front of me, and the Regirock. I think and the Seismitoads, yeah. Grass Knot's really good against his team because his team is heavy and stuff and things, so I was considering running E-Belt, but Zap Plate guaranteed some 2-hit KOs with Thunderbolt and stuff, and I would probably be clicking electric moves more often than anything else because Thundy's a beast, and it's good and stuff. I considered running some other sets, but I think this is the best one because it just gives me some raw power and doesn't get like Life Orb recoil, and it can bluff a choice, which is always good if I really need to do that. So that's Thundy. It should just serve as a really nice wall breaker and momentum grabber so I can get into my other stuff, which is cool for free. And yeah. Anyways, next up we got Donphan in the room coming back for his second game, and yeah. So I'm packing Rocky Helmet's Sturdy Donphan this week with Stealth Rock, Rapid Spin, EQ Knockoff, pretty standard stuff, max HP, max Fizz Def with the Impish Nature, and this is pretty much a designated get the Stealth Rocks up and then be cannon fodder for stuff like Embor, Absol, and Mamoswine, because those things are scary, and especially Embor because Megavinu gets bodied by a Banded Flare Blitz, and that's no fun. So if I can just if I can get rocks up and then sack this thing off to Embor and maybe force it to take 2 rounds of Rocky Helmet and stuff, that'd be good because then it can die much easier to my other guys. Donphan doesn't serve a whole ton of purpose aside from getting up rocks, keeping them off my field, so I will have to be a little careful and not just throw it away if I think that Sash Luke can win. Though my team's not very rock weak this week. The only thing that it doesn't like is Luke's Sash being broken, as well as Thundy being weaker and stuff. Yeah. So this guy's cool. Knockoff's just a good utility because I didn't have a knockoff user at this. Wait, no, I have Venusaur. I'm kidding. But knockoff's nice because items are stupid and I want to get rid of them. And yeah, that's basically Donphan. Probably won't be alive for very long, but if I can prevent the rocks, that's cool. And if I can get some chip damage on the Emboar, that's also cool. And lastly, we got a nice little meme in Memesy, the Gastrodon. And I'm pecking Yachi Berry this week with Storm Drain. Recover Scald, Yawn, Clear Smog with max HP, 228 in defense, and 28 speed def with the Calm Nature. My investment on this one's very arbitrary, but it should let me just take some hits from stuff, I guess. Like EQ plus Freeze Dry from Mamoswine does not knock me out if he feels like doing that. I think he probably will. He could definitely bring Freeze Dry Mamo. I think it's within the realm of possibilities. If I can use Yachi Berry Gastrodon, that would make me happy. So Gastrodon I don't think is super necessary this week, but nothing else on my team was that amazing. I could have brought Sneasel, but I don't really need more power on my team since Thundy and Luke do a lot of damage, and then I have a lot of setup threats, so I thought that this would just be a good annoying thing to slap on at the end. Recover's nice, Scald is nice because burns and stuff. His only switch into a Scald for free is the Seismitoad, and I can yawn that thing and force something to go to sleep, or just force him to keep on switching, which if I have rocks up, that gets me more damage and initiative and stuff, which I like. And Clear Smog is there as another option so that I don't get swept by Curselax and Reuniclus, because I don't want to get swept by those, really, like at all. That would not be fun. Of course, there's the option that he just won't bring setup because I have the threat of Unaware Clef, which would make a lot of sense in this matchup, but I like this Clefable set because it switches into a lot of things. But yeah, this Gastrodon set's just kind of cool. I got some night. I'm pretty proud of this team. There's a lot of heat on it. Definitely not my most. I didn't put the most effort. I'd put good effort into it, but I didn't put the most time in this team just because I simply didn't have much. But I went, built it, and then talked to Jarrett, or Jarboss, shout out to him for that, and we talked things over, went over some sets. He was the one that proposed Yachi Berry Gastrodon. Can't promise it's going to happen, but if it does happen, that'd be really cool. Oh, and I didn't say this thing's purpose. So this is just here to like stomach flare blitzes and stuff if I have to, and just kind of get damage on things and just kind of YOLO Scald against Mamoswine and Emboar if they think they can kill me. So yeah, that's that. That's the team. Hope you guys enjoyed this and hope you guys are ready for the battle. And if you're from the IACL, keep on disliking these videos because yeah, and stuff. See ya.